Alright, so today I'm continuing work on the rudder. Got the bottom rib clecoed together here, and I'll be match drilling the holes in common, number 30. Probably going to use the straight fluted reamer for that, since the holes are already drilled. And then I'll be match drilling, deburring the heck out of this thing. This is the rudder horn. Match drilling that for these striker plates, which are from the original. Vans sent an updated version of the bottom rudder hinge bracket that includes a new version of the rudder stops, and that's what these are from the old rudder stop assembly, but you still use the same striker plate. So I'll cut those loose and deburr them, drill them, countersink them, and then also start working on how all this stuff attaches to the spar. So we'll see how far I get today. Alright, that's that guy. Step one, boy, 10 seconds. Alright, finish all the edges of the rudder horn. Final drill the two nut plate attachment rivet holes, shown in figure 2, using number 30 drill. Countersink these holes as well as here. So, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, so it did take a while. Some of those thick parts are pretty rough around the edges, but it wasn't so bad. It's kind of satisfying to take a rough part and turn it into a finished part. And, you know, when you speed it up 20 times and cut big chunks out of the footage, it doesn't seem so bad at all.
Alright, there's that guy.
So what you won't be able to see me doing here very well, because my hairy arm is in the way, is countersinking a hole in the backside of the rudder control horn. And it was a little bit fiddly because the curvature, the radius of the area of the horn basically interfered with my countersink cage. And so I had to make like a little spacer, and what I did is I just cut a notch in a strip of sheet aluminum that I had. So that's what I'm messing around with there.
All right. And I made myself a new tool. This is how. So this will hold the bottom rudder hinge. It's basically a rod bearing, rod end bearing, and the rod will go through here, attached to this nut plate. So it'll be sticking out like that. Nope. This is good stuff here. That guy. This is not the right length rivet, but it's the idea. So that guy will be on there like that.
Sweet.
Alright, so what I'm about to do here is I've got the rudder horn clecoed to the bottom rib. I'm going to match drill these 6 holes, and basically there's no holes, no corresponding holes in the ribs yet. So basically I've got to make sure that all this stuff stays really straight and square while I'm doing that. And one of the things they point out is that this guy is just sort of flopping around here, and you know, as the drill goes through, it's going to push that away unless you clamp it. So I gotta clamp that with a C-clamp or something, hold that in, make sure it's all straight, and then I can drill these 6 holes. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. That's that. Okay, so drilled these 6 holes. 4 have the clecos, 2 don't. There they are on the back side, so the clecos are holding this half of the rib in now. So the clamp's gone. And that's about it for now for this guy. So I can set this aside and start deburring, cleaning up the spar, and cut the striker plates, these 2, cut the striker plates out of there and clean them all up, get them ready. So that's what I'll be doing for a while. Probably put it on time lapse for all that fun. Alright, so I've got my spar deburred, cleaned up. Got the striker plates deburred, cleaned up. And I've got the bottom rib with the horn and everything all attached. So the next step is to cleco this stuff together and match drill. Alright, so starting to look kind of like something. So better watch the ceiling, huh? Alright, so the first thing I think I'm going to do is mark the outside of these striker plates, because if you got them turned around and backwards, when you countersink, you might end up with 2 lefts or 2 rights. Alright, so the last step, now that I've match drilled everything, I've taken the striker plates back off, and the last step on this page is going to be to countersink the front of these, countersink these holes for 1/8 rivet. And you got to make sure you do them on the right side. You wouldn't want to, do that. So I've got them marked. Left and right is not as important as just making sure I countersink the front of them. So that's what I'm going to do. They're kind of small, hard to hold on to, so I'm probably going to use the rudder stop pieces that I didn't use because they've been updated, but they were still attached to these. I'll use those as like a spacer or something. So that'll be the last step on this page. Probably the last step for the night. All right, so got the first hole countersunk. Took a couple of tries because I thought I could just hold everything with my hands. I did, but the countersink bit caught and flung everything off in my face. Well, I didn't get hit, but anyway, flung everything off the table twice. So I finally wised up, clamped it down. So that worked great, and now I'll do the other hole in this guy, and then this guy, and that'll be it. Alright, well, so that's it for today. Got a lot done today, basically everything on page 7-4 of the rudder section. Match drilling a bunch of stuff, this bottom rib, the preparing and match drilling the rudder horn, countersinking a couple of things, striker plates, getting everything hooked up to the spar here. So basically this part of the skeleton. And I think the next step is to do similar kind of work, match drilling and such for the stiffeners and shear plates, getting them match drilled to the spar. So looking forward to that. It's coming together.